Hi guys, welcome to the EPS show. As you know me, I'm Sixty. Today I'm on the show. It's mine. Today I'm the host here. So stay tuned. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, comment what you think about the show. And today we are talking about an interesting topic: expectations versus reality. It's what people face a lot, and we are here with a special guest who will help us understand or know this topic better and let us know how we're going to deal with the expectations versus reality, if you should be expecting or not. So today we have a very important guest, or brother here. So let's give him a chance. A minute of shame, a minute of fame, not shame. I'm sorry, a minute of fame, so that he can introduce himself to us, guys.
Happy to be on the show, especially with the topic. I think I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Okay, can you just tell us more about yourself? There's somewhere there. Yeah, we know you as Emmanuel. They don't know who's Emmanuel literally. Maybe someone who has never seen you, maybe for the new subscribers. Like, can you just explain to us a little bit more about Emmanuel?
Okay, so I'm Emmanuel. Like I said, I'm from Liberia, and I'm currently in India for a study purpose. And I have been doing a couple of things in India, like try to do some interview stuff, some shows. I'm a footballer, a professional footballer
Oh,
as
wow.
well,
Okay.
and I'm happy that at least today I'm here. That's most important about me.
Okay. So let's dive into the topic
No problem.
expectations versus reality.
Yeah.
Okay. So the question that I'm going to ask you is like, mm, do people give themselves expectations or you get expectations from other people?
Okay, great. That's a good thing. I think people give themselves expectations before they get it from another person. Okay, so that put it in this way. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
As a humans, you were born with a specific purpose. And when your mom gave birth to you today, and you are growing up to 6 years, 8 years, you already know exactly who you want to become. That's your expectations.
Yeah.
You might think that, oh, I'm good at becoming a doctor. I want to be a soldier. That's your expectations that come from within. That have to do with the internal aspects of you. Now, the external aspect has to do with the family, your friends, the social media, the people around you. You might want to be a doctor or an engineer, but your mom's wanting you to be a soldier. Your dad want you to be a teacher.
Okay.
That's come from the external factors. You understand?
Yeah.
And it actually gave us a lot of problem. It gave us a lot of mental problem because you know who you want to be, and your dad is telling you, no, this if you become this person, there's is a well-paying job. And then you see another person is a social media influencer and they are making money. You say, no, why should I be a doctor? I think I can practice being a social media influencer. I will get money that way as well. So it becomes a problem for you as an individual to decide who you want to be. But I feel to your questions, it comes from the both parts. But it first it comes from with you as an individual, who you want to be, before people telling you who to become.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you ever expected something and then it disappoints you?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. Give us an example you want to know.
Yeah, so when I was there growing up, the first part of my life was I wanted freedom.
Okay.
Because there's a situations when you are growing or you are with your mom and dad. And then when you go out to play, your mom want you to come home early. She's telling you, Lo Emmanuel, you come back within 5 minutes. And where you are with your friends, and there are a lot of good things going on.
Mm-hmm.
And if you stay more than 5 minutes, your mom is going to be like, ah, come, let's go. She's going to go for you. So when I was a kid, I have been like praying to have my own freedom where I can go out
Mm-hmm.
at any time I come. That was my first one, right? But then what I realized was that As I start to grow up and I got the freedom that I've been praying for, I realized that the freedom came with a lot of responsibility. That you don't just become a free person, you become a free person with a lot of responsibility. Like after becoming a free man, I'm no longer under my parent control. I know to myself, I needed to pay rent. I need to support myself. But when I was a kid, I don't know how food come in the house. There are a lot of stuff. Then after a certain time, the second part I expect that I noticed was that I applied for the job. And I was hoping to have that job. 100% sure. Only to realize that I didn't get the job. It wasn't easy for me. I didn't get the job at all because I knew somebody that was in the organization, but they wanted to apply. And he told me, bro, you qualify. You are the best. So after the interview, I just go home, man. And I was like, I have the job already.
So your expectations were 100% sure that
100% sure, very 100% sure that I have the job. And then even I went back home and I told my friends I already have a job. And the guy said, "Wait, you just from the interview, do you haven't received coins?" I said, "I have a job, bro. Relax." The next day, I got a call. Sorry, we can work with you. We hope to work with you in the future, but it was not meeting you. And how am I going to tell my colleagues? That was a big thing for me. And yeah,
But so I feel like your situation needs to make us learn that not every connection or anyone you're connected with, you're gonna get what you wanted at
yeah,
100% sure.
yeah,
So it's like you have to have the positivity and the negativity of the expectations for what you think it is,
yeah,
right?
yeah, sure.
So do you think expectations affect mental health?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It does because at that moment when I didn't get a job, it affected me a lot.
Mhm.
I stayed indoor for more than 2 days. I was disappointed.
Sorry.
You understand? I got disappointed. I refused talking to people. My friends I used to be around and gave them the hope that I had a job. I felt to myself in my mind, I have become a liar. I no longer goes around them for more than weeks. You understand?
Yeah.
So it kept me in the position where I didn't know where to start from. Even the friend who were at the working place, I felt disappointed. I couldn't speak to him. I felt he disappointed me. So
But it wasn't his fault.
it wasn't his fault, but
Yeah.
the fact that he gave me the courage, bro, relax. You're gonna have the job.
But I feel like he was just motivating you.
Yeah, that was true. But sometimes too, it's not good to motivate somebody if you don't
No,
have.
in order for someone to be able to do something, you have to have someone who can motivate you. Really, like other people without that motivation, they can't do anything. Trust me.
That's true, but sometimes those motivation kills is a fact of mine.
That's it.
That's what happens to
People
me.
are different. Okay.
Yeah, I think that people are different, but for me, it's affect me mentally. Imagine me not being able to eat.
Imagine.
Stay imagining a lot of things, so it affected me a lot, a lot, a lot.
And can you feel like? Do you think expectations stop people from enjoying the moment?
Yeah, it does. Let me tell you one thing, okay?
Okay.
Expectations stop people from enjoying the present moment.
Yeah, true.
You understand? It stop people. Let me put this in my case. When I was preparing to come to India, when I got the information from a friend, and a friend told me, say, "Oh, bro, you can study in India, and in less than 2 months, 3 months, I can do your process for you to come to India." I
Okay.
was like, "Oh, great, bro." And from the day I have the informations, all of the activity we used to do, my mind was never at the things we were doing there. My entire mind was in India. How am I going to get to India? Imagine I was even working when I'm on the back going to do supervisions.
Mhm.
I'm like on that back, but my mind is not there. So the time I started my process to come to India, from the day I got the information till I reached India, every moment in my country, Liberia, doesn't matter to me. It was just like I was just there, but my entire mind was
India.
in here.
Okay.
So it affects the persons because you as a person, you might be a business person. You want to go to Dubai to buy business, to get other goods. And you are thinking how to generate the money, how to book the flight ticket. So you are not thinking about the one you already have. You are thinking about the one you want to achieve. So when you want to achieve, it's an expectations. You are doing everything possible to achieve what you want to achieve. So that's why it makes it difficult for you to think about what is happening right now. You understand? I want to score a good grade. I want to score 100 in a test.
Yeah, true.
I'm thinking how I'm able to study and make the grade. I'm not thinking about the grade I had previously. I'm thinking about the grade I want to have. So that's what expectation does. It makes you to work towards what you want to happen. So it's a affect the present. Greatly.
And you assume someone has told you like, oh my guy, this place is so cool. It's like this. It's too, and you haven't like gone to it, and you're looking forward to go. Do you feel like the expectations that that person has already given you in your mindset, does it give you pressure? Like, does it pressurize you?
Yeah, because I'm thinking that this guy, of the motivations he gave me about the place we want to go, it shows that he has been there. He has experienced everything. He has seen everything about the place.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? So I'm 100% sure that I'm going to meet the good things. Afi is not putting me on pressure. In my own understanding, it's not putting me on a pressure level where I'm going to be thinking what I'm going to meet, what I'm going to see.
Mm-hmm.
The reality he has already given me because he had been there. And he giving me that this place is good. This will happen. That will happen. So I'm just prepared to enjoy the moment. So it will not give me no pressure because I trust him. I trust the person.
Mm-hmm.
But when I guess that and what he told me, the reality is different from what he's telling me.
Or maybe he just liked the place more than you
Very
do.
good. You understand? So it's possible it is good to him, but not for me when I get there. So that's a reality aspect that make me to be so disappointed.
Okay.
That reality make me break down because you don't give somebody a hope of something that you know is not good.
Okay.
And then after the couple of times the person gets there and sees something worse than what you tell them, it breaks them down. You understand? So it's almost like you were in the US
Mm-hmm.
and you tell your sister is sending you money to build a house. And you tell your sister that I am building for you a mansion, the story building. She's not worried anymore.
Yeah.
She 100% sure that it is a mansion she's building. You taking other pictures of different places, of a good mansions, of a good buildings, and sending her on a daily basis. So the expectation is clear that she's going to miss something, or that is a mansions, that is a good building, a good apartments, building, a good apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when she comes back to the place you are doing to work, the reality is the one that killed her. So she sees something lesser than what you have been telling her. There is that reality that make people hang themselves. It is that reality that make people feel that they need not to live anymore. Yeah.
And as per your own perspective, do you think that expectations kill relationship, families, friends, loved ones? Does it kill or destroy such relationships?
Yeah, it does. Let me give you an example of recent, right? There is a guy who I know,
Mm-hmm.
and then he had a friend. Okay. So what happened was that he asked his friend for a business money.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Bro, can you borrow me the business money?
Mm-hmm.
Or can you give me the money that I'm able to start a business?" And he knows that his friend is doing better, having a lot of money. He's working for better money than him. So his expectations for the business money were high.
Okay.
And his friends gave him like 100 rupees to start a business.
Mhm.
And he was expecting like 1 lakh rupees. And when he received like 100 rupees to start a business, he
Mhm.
got disappointed in the friend. And he said, "Bro, you are doing extremely well. I expect that you should give me 1 lakh rupees, not 100 rupees to start a business because you make more than this money."
Okay.
So because of this, they went like ahead. They couldn't talk. He refused to speak to a friend. And his friends too felt that he wasn't appreciated.
Okay.
So for that reason, they split it and they had any other conversations. Now, sometimes friends feel that you should attend to them whenever they call you. They also forgetting that you have your own responsibility. So when you are not responding to them on time, they feel that you no longer have time for them. It breaks the relationship because a friend expects you that you should always be there for them. And they also forgetting that you have other responsibility.
Mhm.
Now that comes to the family aspect. You might come from a family where, I mean, they don't like you being around
Mhm.
a lot of people. They don't like your circle. If from a family that is independent, or let's say they are private people, they don't want you to get associated with so many people. Then you grow up and you start to go across the boundary they don't expect you to do. Definitely, it's gonna cause you trouble between you and your mom, you and your dad. Like let's see, for example, there are a lot of people on social media, and your mom don't want you to be on social media, okay? And that's what you love to do. And because of that, your expectation of what you want to be or who you want to be, your parents, that is not what they expect from you. So if you go beyond the boundary that a parent don't want you to go, it breaks the relationship with your family. So this is why expectation from the family from friend is very difficult to hold. It takes God to help in the process because we all were born different. We have different goals. But your mom had a specific goal that if I born my kids today, I want us to be a doctor. But if that kid is being born today, he wants to be a teacher. So when he don't listen to his mom, he or she don't listen to their mom and dad, what happens? They feel disappointed. They feel they respect us. So what happened with the relationship with them?
Mhm.
It broke. It becomes a problem. Yeah. So I feel the expectation from both the family, friends, relatives, normally often not it don't really hold.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you think people who have less expectations are more happy than people who are having high expectations?
Yeah. People who have less expectation, just see, they are really happy. Because see, I'm investing into this computer. I bought this computer, or the computer is being sold for 2,000 rupees. And I'm buying this computer to go and sell. You understand what I mean? Now, my low expectation is that the first thing, the money I invest in this computer should come out. Second, if the money I invest in the computer comes out, if I can have the 100 rupee profits on this computer, I'm okay. That's a very low expectations. So this guy is not even expecting, or I'm not even expecting a profit. What I'm expecting is the money should come out. So if you take this computer to the market and no profit come out of it, you are good. You are happy with it because why? The expectation was never higher than what you spent. Your goal was the profit. The profit doesn't come, but the money you invest should come out. So if you get 5,000 rupees profit, you are still okay because while your expectations were low, you expect to fail. You are in the middle. You don't expect to fail, but you expect that something small will come, not something big. So people with the kind of a low expectations, just they are living a better life because they don't borrow too much money to invest.
But I feel like
Uh-huh.
people expect according to their levels what they think it's going to be.
That's what you think, but it's true. But with a high expectation, you know what happens? You invest more. You invest more. And because you are investing more, you are borrowing money. Hmm? If I want to get a computer and I have a low expectations, I'm not going to take a lot of money from people to invest. I want to take a little sum of money. But if somebody told you that this computer is sold for 2,000, but out there it's being sold for 7,000, you are definitely going to borrow money from somebody, high end money, huge amount of money, and invest in this computer. And if you not invest in the computer, you're expecting to have 7,000 profit. So if the 70,000 profit don't come, or let's say 7,000 profit doesn't come from in the computer, it become a problem for the mentor. You become a failure. You become broken down. Sometimes even the money for the computer doesn't come out. But with low expectations, you don't need to take a lot of money from people. That's why I think you want to start with something that you have already and invest. So these people they are living a better life than people who expect more because they expect to fail and they expect to
Try.
to drive. So when there is a balance, Chelsea, life goes on and nobody know what happens to you. But once the balance is not equal, definitely when you expect more and you fall, now that's where failures comes in. And failures it hurt a lot. When you fail, it hurts you. Nobody want to fail. Yeah. So I feel people with a level expectation equal, low expectations, they are living a better life. You don't find them crying on social media.
And do you think that once someone was expecting something and they don't find it or they get disappointed and find it's reality, do you think it teaches someone like people learn from it? Like I was expecting something and then I get disappointed. Do they learn from how to limit the expectations?
Yeah. A lot of people who I know from the first mistakes, they don't repeat.
So people learn from their previous mistakes.
Yeah, people learn from the previous mistakes. Because if you take money from somebody because you had high expectations, and what happened is that you lost in the process, you fail. You couldn't even generate the money you credited.
Mhm.
If you struggled and paid by the money you credit,
Mhm.
moving forward, you're going to live a kind of a balance.
Have you ever like expected something and then it came out exactly or more than what you think it was? Like he just enjoyed the moment, like I expected this, and yes, it definitely came with what I was expecting. So it's not disappointing. I'm just enjoying the moment of what I expected to post to be.
Uh, I can say yes, and I can say no.
Okay.
You understand? So there was a situations that I met a long time ago. I expected applying for a teaching job. I applied to be a teacher, and I was expecting that they will call me for interview and they will tell me, okay, you are qualified.
Wait, you wanted to teach?
I wanted to teach. You know, sometimes let me tell you one thing. Life carry you to a position, Tipsy, where
It's interesting now.
life take you to a position where you don't have a choice. I grew up like that.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah,
Were you
because
skilled to be that teacher?
see, in my country, hmm,
What level of teaching did you went? Primary, nursery, high school,
I
university?
was I,
Where
I
exactly were you choosing
I
to
was
go?
chasing primary. I was chasing primary.
Okay.
Now, the reason I applied for that teaching job, see, in my country, and if you are being, you apply to have to serve as a teacher, they train you to be a teacher.
Were you trained to be a teacher?
I wasn't trained.
And
There was no idea.
so
But you know, I
how?
felt that I was a kind of a guy who loved talking. I'm a
So
talkative,
if
right?
you could have gotten that job. How could it have been?
I had the mindset that the people who were doing the recruitment were going to train us, train me as to what I'm going to be doing in the class.
So how can you apply for a job, being recruited and expected to be go on a workshop or to be taught to be a
That's
teacher?
a job
You have
training.
no- No, like,
That's a job training. Everywhere you have a job training, not because of the teacher.
Job training is not like immediately you go. They just need to see your skills first in order for you to teach. Okay, if you were to teach, what subjects are you going to choose?
I was going to teach English.
You know, English is not easy.
See, I was teaching primary. These people don't even know the English. I was going to learn from the job.
That's where the foundation comes
I
from.
was going to learn from the job. That's exactly. I was going to learn.
No, but you know, in the country that I grew up in
Uh-huh.
Kenya, not Kenya alone, even South Sudan, my homeland, it's in order for you to be recruited as a teacher, you have to go to a training institute. Like in Kenya, we used to call them TPs, teachers in training
Okay.
something. So they were usually taught, and then they would come and do like an internship in those schools or in the level of education they want to do. So you cannot recruit to be a teacher yet. You cannot apply for a job to be a teacher yet. Yet you're not a qualified teacher.
See, this particular group that I apply under, I already knew that they were going to teach the people they were recruiting. Yeah.
Okay.
You understand? Because before applying, they have worked in a region before.
But you never had experience.
But now this is where I'm coming at. I heard that they did recruitment 6 months ago. And after that recruitment, they trained the people 1 month before job. So the next recruitment when it came out, I said no. I have sat down for more than 6 months. There is no job. I'm just playing football. I'm just doing days and doing the other stuff.
Wait, does football in your country, the one that you used to play, they used to pay you?
When I was in high school, I was playing football on a scholarship.
Okay.
So that's why I used to survive. And sometimes in the country, when you play the football well, your colleagues call you and say, "Bro, we have a game on the side. They are going to pay you the $5." You understand? That's a good money to, yeah, businessman. So that was how I decided applying for that teaching role, because that was the only available things. But to your questions, I was expecting to have a teaching role, but it will interest you to know that in less than a year in that position, I got a project supervisor. Not just
In that school or where?
the people that I did the training under. They are like a local NGO that helps schools, help to strengthen children. My performance, I was being taken from the class. I was hoping that teaching job, I was just going to just be teaching and just be there all the time. But in the end, I got something higher than what I was expecting. I became a project supervisor for a county. In other area, it might be like a region, but we have counties.
Yeah.
I become a big guy. When I was going there, somebody was like, "Bro, teaching job, I can do that."
By the way, come to think of it, you know, people the way they used to underestimate the teaching job.
They are still doing the same thing.
Yeah, in reality, people underestimate the teaching job. Even me, I myself, if you tell me, "Oh, Trixie, you want to recruit in a certain job, what job is it? Teaching?" I'll definitely not take it. I'll rather be jobless than being a teacher. Trust me.
Why?
No,
That's where
it's hectic.
that's exactly where now the expectations change to a better one.
I cannot have a high expectations in teaching. No.
Now see, look at me back then, right? When I applied to be a teacher, I was thinking, all my colleague was like, this guy will be a teacher all his life.
You took that teaching because you're desperate. If you had another option, would you have taken the teaching?
No.
Thank you. Definitely.
But there was no options.
Exactly, that's what I was like. You just took it because you're desperate. You wanted it.
And I grew from there.
Exactly.
I became a better person from a teaching position. So I think my expectations were like low, only being in a teacher way. But
you never had expectations, Manuel. Trust me.
I had now
You know, did you
to
have
become a
expectations?
professional teacher.
You know. No, you never.
I had it.
You just took it because you're desperate. You're not expecting anything. You're just like, let me just take it. In case I get it, it's okay because I just need it, right?
I didn't go there for the money, honestly. Let me tell you.
Where did you go
I
for?
went there because I want to become a help to
You
other
loved
people
it?
because I love teaching people.
Wow.
You wouldn't believe me, but that's
Why
a
not?
fact.
This lie to me, I accept the lie.
No, to admit, life was tough. I needed the
Definitely.
money.
You see?
But then when I got the job, I love the job. I was going for only the money, but with the activities that was involved, it made me a better person.
Okay.
You understand? It
Yeah.
made me a better person. Today, I'm able to teach my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to help any other person. Though I would not want to I would not want to become a teacher anymore in my life, but it tells me when somebody is teaching in a class, whether they are doing it the right way or the wrong way, I just need 5 minutes in that class. I will know. Whether the person is doing it because there is a stranger, I need 5 minutes in that place. I know exactly that they are faking issues. So it changed me to be a better person. Because I used to be troublesome. So you see what happens to me. I used to
Like one. Don't say you use.
no, I'm no longer troublesome.
You
See,
look like one.
that job I went for, to be honest, it changed me a lot.
Wow.
Today they've found people who knew me before. If you tell them that guy is intelligent, he cool, he quiet, they are going to argue with you. But I was going for money, right? My expectation when I'm going to get the money and be able to support myself by other things because sometimes you don't have money, you're not able to eat. But then I went, it changed me a lot. I become a better person because I used to fight every day. My expectation was the money, but it changed me. It tells me that fighting is not all. Discipline would matters. You understand? So there's a lot of things it done for me. Though I don't want to go back, but I respect all the teachers in the world.
Definitely you don't like to go back. You not like it all the time.
No, I don't like to go back.
So as we conclude the show,
Okay.
can you just like advise the people out there if they should be expecting more or not from the reality? Like there are other people outside there, people are always expecting and they're always getting disappointed. There are people who don't learn from their mistakes. Like what do you want to tell them?
Okay. Thank you, Chipsy. And to everyone that is watching these shows, my advice, I know it is good to have a high expectations,
Mm-hmm.
but have a high expectations if you have the resources, you have everything to support your expectation to make you become victorious.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you are expecting something, when the expectations is high, I believe it makes you to work harder.
Okay.
Because where there is no expectations, there is no work.
Yeah.
Where there is expectations, there is work. So if you don't have that much strength to work and make sure to succeed, to be in the level of your expectations, I'm advising everyone out there to have a low expectation in everything you do. But to be honest with you, it is better to have a low expectations in everything you do. Don't expect much. Like I told somebody who called me the other day that they want to study in India. The first thing I told them was that, my brother, lower your expectations when you are coming to study in India. Because in Africa, once you talk about travel, a lot of people feel that life is going to be like a bread and butter.
Yeah. Definitely.
But the truth is, sometimes you even think that your country is better. You will think a lot of way you feel, there's particular way that are going to make you think that your country is better. You understand? So the question is, please lower your expectations in everything you do. Because if you don't do so, you'll be killing yourself. If your expectation is high and you feel, if you can control your mental health,
Mm-hmm.
you're definitely going to kill yourself. So please Lower your expectations. When it comes out, when the reality become positive and good, you're gonna be happy. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Emmanuel, for having you.
You're
We're
welcome.
honored to have you in this show.
Thank you.
You're welcome once again. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I'm your host, Chixie. See you next time. Bye.